Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I am in my parents' kitchen because we are going to do an affordable kitchen makeover. So, let me take you through a little kitchen tour. Right here you can see the yellow walls, we have green walls, very outdated curtains and decoration. We have another different yellow wall, outdated curtains, outdated chandelier, outdated decorations. We've got the blue countertops, and then another different yellow wall on this side, and again outdated cabinets and outdated decorations. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take everything off the walls, and that's going to include pictures, decorations. I'm going to take off all of the outlet covers, and this is all in prep for the painting of the walls. I'm going to take out all of the nails and screws that were left on the walls from hanging the pictures and make sure I have a flat surface to work with. Now I'm going to be taping off everything that I don't want to get the main paint on. And the whole entire kitchen is going to be the same color, just one color, not 4 different types of colors. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to do now, is just tape everything off. And normally I actually have trouble with the taping, but this blue tape that I got, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I will link it down below. This is the best painter's tape that I have gotten so far. I've tried the green froggy one, I've tried a different blue painter's tape, and this blue painter's tape in particular was the best. Quite. Okay, let's see if I can get this thing open. Right. Let's go ahead and get started. I decided to use the Bear Marquee paint in the finished satin and in the color natural gray. I decided to use this one because it claims that you only need 1 coat of paint on there, and I actually believe that it did stay true to its word. I only needed 1 coat for the kitchen, and maybe it could have been because I had light colors on the walls already and nothing like neon pink or anything. So I did only use 1 coat of paint in the kitchen. At the end there was just a few spots that I needed to touch up, but nothing like huge or major, and that was just because I probably went too fast with my roller and then missed like just a little bit. So all in all, this really was a good quality paint, and the drying time was only 1 hour, and I really like that because normally it's not easy to have a very high traffic area with wet paint and things get messed up and then you have to start over or redo everything. So it was really nice that it dried in 1 hour before everybody got home. Okay, now that all the walls are painted, I am going to work with this tile. I put a couple of pieces up already to see if my parents like it, and my dad likes it, so I'm going to go with it. And literally all this is peel and stick tile. So I bought 6 of them, and they come with 4 peel and stick pieces like this. They come with 4 of them. And I'm going to go ahead and try to fit it on here. These tiles are called Smart Tiles, and I got them from Home Depot. They had a lot of different colors, but I chose this pattern because it'll go well with the gray and then not clash with the blue. And it's so awesome because you just cut it with a blade and then stick it on just like that, and it is so easy and convenient. With that said, it does still take a lot of time. It took me about 4 hours just to get about halfway through the kitchen with these tiles, but that is just because you have to make the cuts to make sure that it fits perfectly with the cabinets. Also, before you stick them on there, make sure to have a totally clean surface. And then also I took off the plates for the outlets and then just cut around the socket hole. And this is all that I got done on day 1. Comment down below if you prefer the blue backsplash or the new gray tiling. Hey guys, welcome to today, day 2 of the kitchen makeover. And on today's agenda, this is me talking about everything that I wanted to get done today, but didn't. So I did have to run back to Home Depot and get more of these tiles, and then today I'm just going to finish it up using the same process as I did yesterday, cleaning my surface, then sticking the tile on, fitting it, making sure everything looks nice, and I think it looks way better than with the blue backsplash. Got all the way to the very end of the tiling and bam! I need one more. So I gotta go back to the store. And meanwhile, Joe is changing out all of the switches and sockets. Look how much better that looks. Woo! Even if you didn't want to do the tiling, I think a great way to update an older home is to change out the outlets and the switches from that dingy yellow into a nice bright white. It really elevates the room and updates it to look a lot newer. I've got some trim paint here and I'm just going to go ahead and go on all of the trim now. Right now I am going over the trim with an angle brush, but I did not like how it made it have, the paint was very streaky and didn't have full coverage, so I did go back over the paint eventually after I did all of the trim. I went back over all of the trim with a foam roller, and that made it have full coverage and it looked like a whole lot better. You couldn't see any streaks or see through the paint at all, and so that's what I recommend. I recommend instead of using an angled brush, maybe for those tight spaces or something, but I highly recommend using a foam roller instead. Also, as a warning, you might think that painting trim is a very little job, but it took so long. It took me like 4 hours to do all of the trim in the kitchen. And I wanted to show you what a difference it can make to paint the trim, because sometimes people might think, oh, I don't need to paint the baseboards, but this is the before and this is the after, and I think it can really just transform a room and really update an older house to look a lot better. Take a good look at this because it's about to be gone, this hideous thing. And we're going to switch it with this, and it's going to have 3 lights instead of just 1 light. That way we can add a lot more lighting to this room. Can you imagine it? Oh, this is kind of heavy. I am so thankful to have Joe to do all the electrical work that I needed done, as in switching out all the outlets and these switches, and then also changing out the lights. I am so thankful to have him. He was such a good help to me, and I think it just really helped to transform the room, and it was just such a nice thing to do for my parents. And then here is my dad. He gets his fame, his limelight. Do you guys remember the old, ugly, disgusting basket that was there? I think this is a really nice touch. Now I'm going to be removing all the hinges off of the cabinets. You can see that they're very rusty looking and old and outdated, and so we're just going to put something a little nicer and that matches the theme better, and we're going to put some silver hinges instead. It's kind of like a brushed silver or brushed nickel, I think it is. Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of the kitchen makeover. I have my assistant here. She would not let me leave the house without bringing her with me. So I have Chewy here, just went to Home Depot. I got some primer for the cabinets and I'm going to actually paint the cabinets today. We only got to take them off of the cabinets yesterday and then we cleaned them, and then today I will sand them and prime them and then paint them. All right, let's get to it. I'm sure that if you're watching this video, then you've probably watched other videos about painting kitchen cabinets as well. But the first thing that you need to do is be sure to wash all of your cabinets. Make sure to get all the grease, dirt, any stains off of the cabinets first. And then I'm covering up with plastic wrap the cabinets of the ones that my mom didn't want to take all the stuff out of. And just that way I don't get all of her stuff messed up. And then I'm using a DeWalt sander with, I believe, 150 grit, just to make sure everything is nice and even and give it a nice, like, a little bit of roughness for the paint and primer to completely stick to it. And then I'm going to go outside and do the outdoor cabinets as well. Just sanding all of them around the edges. These cabinets are actually made out of MDF, and then they put some kind of, I don't know what that sheeting is called. I think it's, I don't know what it's called. And, but because it's MDF, whenever it has moisture in it, it will absorb the moisture and then it will ripple and it will get like brushed and it has like a weird texture. So I'm sanding all of that down to make sure everything is nice and even and smooth. And then whenever you're done sanding everything, make sure to give it a really good wipe down with a wet towel so that the sawdust will get out of and get off of that, and it won't leave a texture in the paint. So definitely be sure to wipe everything down first. And then I love Behr Kitchen Bath and Trim Stain Blocking Primer. I'm gonna go with that. I just love Behr paint. Obviously I painted the whole kitchen with Behr Marquee, and then I am going to use this Behr trim. This is a primer. So first I'm going with the primer on all the cabinets, and then outside I'll do the doors, and then I will go over it with 2 coats of another Behr cabinet paint. This is what the cabinets looked like before. You can see how the MDF has absorbed some moisture in the paint that was already on it, or that coating that I can't remember what it's called. That like was all messed up. Now look at these beautiful cabinets after I've painted everything. Look at how nice they are. And to ensure that the cabinet paint lasts longer, I wanted to put handles on all of the cabinets, especially the high touch. You know, everybody's touching that. That's how the paint is going to chip. And so handles are going to help prevent that. And then now we're installing a new vent. And my dad ended up needing help. Like, we had a joke, how many people is it going to take to screw in a light bulb?
No. How many people will it take? I think you need to go this way. Ready?
Woo! That's bright. Okay, I don't know about you, but peeling those little plastic wrapper things off of things is so satisfying to me. And then we also put lights, they're motion censored lights under every cabinet so that whenever you're working over there, maybe if you don't have all the kitchen lights on, you'll still be able to see what you're doing. And then for decoration, I tried using things that we already had at the house. And so like that star over the stove, my brother actually welded that. And then this one, a friend made for my mom, but I think it was too small for the kitchen, so I went to Hobby Lobby and I ended up buying another one, as you see here. I think it just fits the space a lot better. And now I'm going to take off those ugly, hideous green curtains and then try to put up a shade instead. It's white and it'll match the room better. I have put up blinds before, but this time there was like a metal sheet under the sheetrock right there, so it was kind of hard to drill into it. I ended up using a nail to make kind of like a pilot hole, and then in the end I got it done. And this is what it looks like afterwards. Joe is just installing a dimmer switch, and that's what the blind looks like. Look how dramatic my father is. And let's try to remember what the room looked like before. Do you remember this? Oh, it feels like so long ago to me already, but remember what it looked like before? And this is what it looks like now. For the decorations, as I said, I tried to keep things that we had already at the house instead of buying all new stuff, like that star my brother welded. Some of the older pots and antique looking things my mom actually got from her grandmother and from her mother, who had passed away, so those have sentimental value and I wanted to keep that in her home and make it special for her. I am so happy that I got to do this for my parents, and I know that they really love their new kitchen. What you'll see is that my dad, even though he was a part of the renovation and he helped us install a few things, here's his reaction.
We hope so.
Come on in.
Oh my God!
Thank you, Jim.
Look at
Thank
that!
you.
It looks totally different than ever before.
Beautiful.
Look, the backsplash. Oh, the star. That was, oh, look. My grandmother gave me that.
I will spare you from the rest of the theatrics, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, make sure to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe, and then I will see you again next week with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. Bye.